everybody, Joe here. Welcome to day 26 of the 30-day daily drawing challenge designed to help you build a daily drawing habit in 10 minutes or less per day. So hopefully you've been following along. If you haven't, feel free to start from the beginning. I've got some pretty good tips on what to do for building that habit, and it's basically just making some time, getting in there, and just having some fun. Today is around the house detritus. So basically, junk drawer still life. So I don't have a junk drawer, but I do have a lot of surfaces where I tend to let things collect. So today I've kind of grabbed a bunch of different things from some various surfaces that I had and kind of came up with this little, wacky still life. It's a little bit less than traditional for a still life. I didn't put any fruit in there. You got the skull, you got some dice, some weird kaiju monster toys, and glasses. I also used my trusty poster tack to kind of keep things in place. My desk has a little bit of an angle, which helps me with my perspective and stuff. Okay, and so for my materials that I'm going to use today are just I'm just going to use two Derwent Inktense pencils. I'm using the Payne's Gray and the Madder Brown. I feel like they combine together to give me some nicer darks, and you get a sense of like full color without using a full palette. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to hit play on my timer. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start with the Madder Brown. I think it gives a little bit more of it's a lighter tone. And what I'm going to do first is kind of map out where my like the top and bottom of my still life are. So hopefully I can get an idea of where my landmarks are in terms of the overall drawing, right? So I'm thinking about negative shapes and how things go together. And, it's really, I think when you have 10 minutes, you kind of really almost have to, you almost have to go fast and make judgment calls. And if you're right, hey, that's great. If you're wrong, well, hey, you know what? It's only 10 minutes, so give yourself a break and look for how you can correct things and keep going. Because really, to me, art is fun, and I think if you're not having fun with art, then why? What's the point of doing it? I mean, I guess some of it is you can have a little bit. I guess there's a little bit of trying to get what's inside you out on a page to share with the world. But for me, I do like that. that is an obvious aspect of what I want to do. But I guess my goal is to make sure people are having fun and enjoying. And I hope that with my artwork to make people smile and give them a good part of the day. Make them think about like, oh, hey, that's kind of fun. I think my ideal piece of artwork, if I had something for, would be my ideal pieces of artwork. I think make people laugh on a consistent basis, or at least smile. Because after the first time, I guess laughing after the first time is going to be, well, I guess that would be the goal, right? Would be the ultimate goal would be to have something that will crack you up every single time you see the piece. Well, my sense of scale and stuff is just way off, but that's all right. Like I said, this is 10 minutes. You got to do your best when you're building out these shapes and how things are, and what's what, and give yourself let's see if I can get this D20 in here. There's something about that 20-sided shape which I always goof up the name of. I think it's like a dodecahedron. Does that sound right? So it's kind of it always wants to slant on me. Always wants to give me a less than round appearance. here's where now we can work in with the side of the pencil. Let's get some shading in here. And I kind of glance at the clock. I think I want to try and go for making sure that I give myself a little bit of time with each color, and then work in with the water. So let's see, this is. Come through on the side. One of the things when I was first a young student, I never really understood why teachers, insisted on you holding the pencil a certain way. And it was much later in life that I really discovered that the main reason is that it helps keep you from pressing too hard on the page. And what that'll help you do, especially if you're, with whatever you're working on, is it's not the harder you press, the more it's going to push into that paper, and make it that much more difficult to erase. Does that make sense? So when you're coming through with these side edges, and now an added benefit to holding your pencil from the side is that you get a little bit more lively of a line, a texture of you're able to dance across the page a little bit more. You get a little bit more emotion into your work. Since you're working with a the side, it's like not a typical way of holding the pencil. So, and I will switch back and forth, depending on how detailed I want things to go. Oh, I must have bumped my timer. Oops. Well, we're gonna go over. Today is 10 minutes plus. So that's nice and healthy. I think 10 minutes is just kind of, to me, just the ideal time to just set aside. You can set aside 10 minutes. You could be sitting in a parking lot almost and waiting on somebody, and you're giving yourself 10 minutes. Okay, let's switch up to the Payne's Gray. I think with the Payne's Gray we can kind of come through and get some of our super darks. Maybe give this guy a little bit more. Some of the things that are more towards the cool end of the edge of the spectrum. You can get when this hits the water, you can get kind of a nice blue tone to things. I think we will tell at some of the zones. Looking at textures. Where things want to go in behind things. Let's work on the darks. Where the two of these colors overlap, that's where you're going to get your darkest darks. Shadows, look how things fold through. This rubber brain that's inside the skull. This is not perfect, but we're getting some gestures going through. It's all about having fun and learning how you draw and what it takes to create things. And the more you draw things from life, the better your imaginative drawings will become, because you'll have more things to pull from. You'll have more. You basically are building a library in your head of different materials, different designs, different things. So you'll know, like, okay, I drew the skull. This is how I drew the skull the other day. How can I draw that skull and add it into the scene, or add it into this into like any kind of other piece that you're working on, without having to necessarily look at it right away. Now, you probably will want some kind of reference if you're doing something for realism. But if you're working on a pop art piece or cartoon, these are things that these are things that basically, the more you can pull from your imagination, basically, the faster you'll be able to get your ideas down on paper. Okay, that's enough time for that. Since we're coming up on my last minute, let's get some of these darks in here. You can see how these kind of things blend. How the madder brown actually almost gives you this reddish tone. And if I'm looking, once this stuff's built up on my brush, I can kind of push it around a little bit more and give myself a better sense of, like, even the zones that I didn't have any color in, I'll be able to pick up and move it around. But you don't have to worry about hitting every single area with the water. It's just nice that once you do, with these Derwent Inktense pencils, it'll be permanent. So you can kind of work through it and come back over it. Develop some other, values. Come through with some other colors. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna finish up with this water a little bit, just so you can see. But yeah, so that was a little bit more than 10 minutes. But give yourself the freedom to go over if you want. See how this looks like. Actually, once I spread out that madder brown, it gets to be a pink. So you can get more of that whoopee cushion in there. Now let's get this dice. And I think that'll be done. 10 minutes. Let's take this dark and move it up. 10 minutes plus. But have fun. Whoa! Right? Okay. There you have it. Oh, 10 minutes plus. A little bit of junk drawer, still life. Lots of fun. Hopefully you can have fun doing this too. And if you want to take more than 10 minutes, I think, to me, a junk drawer still life could be a lot of fun, regardless of how much time, and even like as paintings could be a lot of fun. And I know I had fun with this. Yeah. So really, thanks a lot. Hope if you made it this far, please be sure to give me a like. Hey, share this with your friends if you think they might enjoy this, and if you as an idea for their own artwork. If you haven't subscribed, please be sure to subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'm working my way towards my first 100 subscribers, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I'm having fun. Tomorrow, what do we have in store? Tomorrow is another Fan Art Friday. No, yeah. Sorry, move things around. I'm looking at my list is all. So yeah, it's Fan Art Friday, science fiction characters, science fiction fantasy characters. So are you a fan of science fiction and fantasy? Pick your favorite character and let's do it. I'm not sure who I'm going to do. I suspect that Boba Fett might be involved, but I'm also a fan of Ash from Evil Dead. So I'll see what photos I can find in a Google search and give it a shot. So, hey, thanks again. See you tomorrow. And hey, if you can give somebody a reason to smile, you just might get to smile too. So thanks a lot, everybody. Take care and have fun with your art. Or just have fun anyway. Regardless, just have fun. Have a great day. All right, bye.